swings and fouls it out of play.
Now you try and get your spikes on top of rubber, especially when it's muggy like this and it's a little damp. Your foot will slide right off it, even with the spikes. It's just everybody just dig a hole right in front of it.
1 ball, 1 strike. Scherzer the stretch and the pitch. Check swing. The pitch was inside, and John Payne said he went around.
What about his bat? It's not if his body goes around, John. It's if his bat goes around. And his bat did go around, and that's why it's a strike. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. It's a little rules check for tonight. Yeah. Here's a throw over to first. Stott dives back in. Scherzer, who throughout his career was one of the best at holding runners, especially for a right-handed pitcher. Good quick pickoff move, and was a master at varying his times to the plate.
Absolutely.
1-2 pitch, and it's up high. Now he can't be quite as masterful with it in the pitch clock era, but he certainly knows how to vary it and get a pitch off quickly, or then hold 78 overall for the season. Stott leading at first. Scherzer the hold. The runner's not going, and the pitch is fouled out of play left side. Still 3-2. Marsh has just 1 hit in 14 at bats this year against the Jays. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air down the right field line. Long run over by Lucas, nearing the stands. There's no play. And we'll do it again.
That was hit very high, but it will not bring rain.
Rain-free evening.
Yes.
Much to the delight of our pal Greg Murphy. He can wear whatever shoes he wants tonight. Scherzer another 3-2, and it's lined hard to center. Going back on it is Bateman. He will get there and make the catch.
Well, interesting matchup elsewhere today. Yoshinobu Yamamoto of the Dodgers, he's 11-7 with a 276. He tries to break LA's 7-game losing streak versus the Diamondbacks' hottest starter, Brandon Pfaadt, who's 6-1 with the 366. That's brought to you by Meineke. Brakes, tires, batteries, and complete auto care by trusted experts at your locally owned and operated Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
Here comes the rookie Justin Crawford. Average at 265. They play in at third by Smith. He's 2 steps in on the grass. And the pitch. Crawford takes, and he takes inside, and he wants to challenge, and he's going to be right.
The pitch is called a strike, and the batter is challenging.
Good challenge there, even knowing the club only has 1 remaining. And I do believe that's well inside.
The pitch is the ball. Philadelphia has 1 challenge remaining.
Well enough. 1.2 inches.
So instead of 0-1, it's 1-0. Outfield shades the other way against Crawford. And the pitch swung on, hit in the air, right center field. Circling around behind it is Bateman. He's calling, and the center fielder makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, stop by the new Era Phillies team store and shop the latest collaboration with Lululemon, featuring Lululemon's signature performance and everyday apparel with the Phillies touch. This premium collection won't last long. Grab yours today and visit phillies.com/new era for store hours.
Ryan De La Cruz, the batter. De La Cruz, who has seen his playing time fall off this week. Phillies got a new right fielder, you might have heard. The pitch. And De La Cruz takes inside. Valenzuela lucky to catch that one. It kind of popped in and out of the mitt for a moment.
That was a slider, but it looked like a cross-up because it didn't slide.
One and 0. And the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. And Stott over there, who led off the inning with a single and has a 20 for 20 in his stolen base numbers. remains planted at first here with 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Phillies trail 1-0. Scherzer ready. And he'll throw over to first. Stott dives back in.
Scherzer still has a quick feet, but a little tougher making those tags for right-handed first baseman.
The 1-1 fouled back into the screen. De La Cruz, one of only 2 right-handed batters in the lineup tonight against Scherzer. Don Mattingly was saying, well, we don't really know what they're going to do with their bullpen, but their lefties might be a little bit gassed out there in the pen. So they run all these lefties back to back. The pitch, breaking ball, and it's popped up foul. Third base side over near the Jays dugout. Smith going over, and he's out of room. As that one does clear the netting into the stands in the first row behind the dugout. De La Cruz has done everything that's been asked of him and then some.
Yep.
9 for 21, a .429 average with a 1243 OPS in the 11 games he's been in. Looks like Valenzuela needed a new PitchCom transmitter. So De La Cruz back in the box. Stott still over there at first, has a good lead. Scherzer ready, the 1-2 pitch, fouled off. Another slider from Max Scherzer.
I think Scherzer's looking for those strikeouts.
Yeah, probably like to get past the next milestone. He shakes off the rookie's sign, and now ready. And another 1-2, and it's fouled back. Well, he's throwing strikes. Phillies are fouling some balls off and adding to the pitch total. One ball, 2 strikes. Scherzer delivers, and that pitch down low. Changeup. 2-2 now. Max, last year, 17 starts for the Jays. In and out of the rotation because of injuries. It's been the same situation this year. Tonight is just his 9th start of the season. 2-2 pitch. It's fouled off. Of course, last year Don Mattingly was in the other dugout. He was the bench coach for the Jays, and he said, boy, you would just love Max Scherzer if you were around him every day. He's such a competitor. And he's so into the game even when he's not in the game. He's on the front rail of the dugout all the time. Great teammate, true pro. Another throw over to first, and diving in is Stott. So now 2 disengagements. It's a 2-2 count on Brian De La Cruz. This is the 11th pitch of the at-bat coming up. The runner goes, and the pitch is grounded weakly towards short. Charging Jimenez, gloves it, transfers, throws, and he got him. Great play by the Gold Glover Andres Jimenez to come in and get that one and get Brian De La Cruz. That's out number 3. No runs on a hit. A man left. We'll go to the 3rd. It's 1-0 Toronto.
The life of a Philly sports fan is a wild ride. Sometimes we triumph.
Well, everybody's been wondering, what will it look like for Junior Caminero to swing here at Coors Field? And there it is, center field. Number 31 for Junior Caminero, and the Rays jump on the Rockies 2-0. I mean, that thing went soaring so fast over the right center field wall. A no-doubter at 420 plus.
If the trajectory of this ball came off the bat of a left-handed power pull hitter, it would be impressive. That is just next level stuff. I mean, that ball blistered.
Oh, here goes another. Left center field. We wondered what it would be like for Junior in Colorado. It's 8-1 Rays on Junior's 32nd, and that was a rocket. Tell you what, folks, these next couple days, I want to at least make sure you tune in when Junior comes up here at Coors Field.
That was loud.
Just sound different.
Did you see the head drop of Hunter Goodman? I mean, instantly.
And that is that.
Day on Sunday, August 9th at 1:35 when the Phils take on the Blue Jays. Grab tickets now at Phillies.com.
Don't miss the fun after the final out. Fans 55 and over are invited to participate in Independence Blue Cross Senior Stroll the Bases after the Phils host the Astros on Thursday, September 10th at 1:05. Visit Phillies.com to secure your seats today.
We'll go to the third inning. It's 1-0 in favor of the Jays. And Miles Straw, the number 9 hitter, leads off here against Aaron Nola, who has 4 strikeouts among the first 8 batters tonight, but a home run as well. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., a solo shot. The only run of the game thus far. The pitch is in for a strike to Miles Straw, who was not in the original starting lineup. They scratched George Springer, and Straw enters the lineup. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, that's outside. He's batting .223 with 3 homers. Great defensive player for the most part in the outfield, but hasn't really taken off at the plate. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Breaking ball, he leaned on it, but lays off. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Phillies 8.5 at the start of the day. The Yankees held on and beat the Braves second day in a row, 5-4 as the pitch is in for a strike. You mentioned that Dodgers skid. They actually had a lead going to the 9th inning. Gave up a walk-off homer. Edwin Diaz blew the save. 2-2. And that one just missed outside. And the count full at 3-2. Top of the order next. Nathan Lucas waits on deck. Nola with a windup and the payoff pitch. Breaking ball way outside. And there's the first walk of the game issued by Nola, and it's a leadoff walk, which
generally leads to not great outcomes.
It's not usually the preferred strategy.
No.
Here's Lucas. Lucas, who had his 15-pitch battle with Zach Wheeler last night. The first pitch to him is down and away. First pitch changeup. 1-0 the count. Nola out of the stretch. He'll throw to first. Straw is back. Straw 7 steals in 8 tries.
And I think one of the reasons, no, not one of the reasons he's given up 29 home runs. One of the reasons he's getting these high pitch counts is because he's given up 29 home runs. He just sometimes tries to be a little too fine. You look at his pitch count, 43 pitches, 23 strikes, 20 balls. It's not a good ratio.
The 1-0. And there's a strike right on the outside corner. That fastball at 90 miles an hour, that's a 4-seamer.
Yep.
And that's some down velocity there for Nola. One and one to Lucas. The pitch swung on, fouled away. Lucas, a longtime pal of Reese Hoskins, another Sacramento native and a teammate with Hoskins in college at Sac State. One and two. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Turner dives, can't get it. That's a base hit. Straw around second. He'll head for third. And a single by Lucas puts men on the corners with nobody out. And the rookie Brett Bateman coming to the plate.
We're going first to third on a hard hit ball right up the middle. And Straw was flying and gets in there without even a throw.
So now Bateman, another left-handed batter. Both clubs had lots of opportunities to add to the scoring last night with all of the free passes that were issued, but neither club really swung the bat all that well with men in scoring position.
Nope.
5-4 win for the Blue Jays on Friday night. Here's Bateman, and he takes a breaking ball that's in for a strike. Bateman, who was picked up from the Cubs, the Kevin Gausman deal just a few days ago, former 8th round pick out of the University of Minnesota. 0-1, and it's grounded foul. His home state school. He said there was always a draw to go to Minnesota.
Big baseball school. Or not.
I have no idea how good they are, but I wouldn't think.
Probably don't get as much many games in as somebody in Florida or California or Texas.
0-2, and it's down and in. But for him, it was home. His father's a high school baseball coach, or a small college baseball coach. One ball, two strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a foul. He got a piece of it. In high school in Minnesota, he was a great two-way player, as a lot of them often are. One of his teammates at the University of Minnesota, a famous father in the baseball world, the son of Craig Counsell, played with him there. One-two pitch. Swinging a ground ball back to the mound. Nola knocks it down, checks the runner at third, throws to second. They get the out there. Nola didn't even really give much of a look to Straw. He just wasn't going. And maybe some of the other guys were doing the looking out for him and telling him to throw to second, which he did, and they get the force out.
Might have had a chance for two if he could pick this clean.
Sure.
It's that little bobble there. But still able to get him, keep the double play in order.
He was a little bit off level as he came down on the side of the mound to pick that ball up after it just nicked off his glove. So Bateman now at first base. Lucas erased at second. 1-6 the put out. Here's Guerrero. And now the double play ball would get him out of the inning, the pitch. And that's in for a strike. Guerrero homered his first time up. Nola was working behind in the count that time. Oh, 0-1. The pitch. Breaking ball down low. One and one. Third inning, 1-0 Toronto. Pretty quiet crowd here, huh?
Yeah.
The 1-1. Breaking ball. And it just missed outside. Pretty close. Boy, here in the third inning, up over 50 pitches is Nola.
Yeah.
Check of the runners, and the 2-1 to Guerrero. Swung on line to left field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Played on a bounce by Brandon Marsh. In to score is Straw, and Guerrero 2 for 2 with 2 runs batted in, and he's given Toronto a 2-0 lead.
Well, don't miss the fun after the final out. Fans 55 and over invited to participate in
the same thing you talked about a minute ago.
Well, I knew that. That's why I stopped. I didn't want to repeat myself a lot, just a little bit.
It's Garrett Stubbs going to the mound. The rest of the infield coming in.
Let's try another one.
All right, why not?
Phillies games are more fun with the family. Bring yours on Saturday, September 5th for Giant Family Day when the Phils host the Braves at 6:05. Kids 14 and under receive an ice cream-themed squeeze bottle. Visit Phillies.com to purchase tickets today.
Small families also encouraged to attend.
Absolutely.
No visit by Caleb Cotham here in this moment. Just the infielders talking it over as Sanchez gets ready to bat. Saw the White Sox had a little snafu with their mound visits yesterday and ended up having to pull their pitcher after just a third of an inning because the manager brain locked on the previous mound visit.
Ah.
Yeah. Here's Sanchez and the pitch. He takes down low, ball 1. And I just read this and I didn't see the whole inning unfold, but I'm thinking to myself, he only had 1 out recorded and you're already making a second mound visit. Something wasn't going right.
Wasn't going well.
1-0. And that is down low. 2 balls and no strikes. So Nola behind in the count again. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Tonight's the 7th time that Nola's gone head to head with Max Scherzer.
Ah.
Now you can go back in Phillies history when the schedule was a lot different, and you can find pitcher-pitcher matchups much more numerous than that.
Right.
2-1 pitch. And that one just missed inside. I thought Stubbs might think about challenging that, but it was in off the plate. 3-1 now. But in the wild card era, 95 to present, as they call it, this matches the most often matchup in Phillies history. The pitch.
Ah.
Ooh, swung on, hit high and deep, right field. Playable though. De La Cruz back to make the catch. Runner at second tagging. Throw will go to second. And there'll be runners on the corners with 2 down after Sanchez flies out and Ernie Clement coming up. Aaron Nola has faced Patrick Corbin 7 times head to head. Some others in that era for the Phillies: Cole Hamels against Tim Hudson 7 times. Randy Wolf against Al Leiter. And Wolfie as well against Tom Glavine 7 times over the years. And you can add Nola and Max Scherzer to that list. 7th time. Pitch to Clement. Swung on and missed. Now the all-time matchup in Phillies history anyway is Robin Roberts against Don Newcomb.
Oh, wow.
And they went head-to-head 18 times over the years. 0-1. The pitch. Check swing. They ask it first. He didn't go around.
Obviously, fewer teams then that
Right.
make it much more likely to happen. But
fewer teams
still.
and smaller rotation.
Yeah.
I mean, Robin Roberts would make a lot more starts every year than the guys today. Same for Steve Carlton. He faced off head-to-head with Steve Rogers 17 times.
Wow.
1-1. Breaking ball, ground ball hit towards third. It's a foul ball as Stott fields it, sliding across the chalk line. Kicked away from him, but it was foul.
Yeah, they didn't really mess with the load management back in the day. Guys,
it was, you want to get paid
300 innings,
better handle the load. The count 1-2 on Ernie Clement as Nola tries to put an end to this third inning. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. A sinker down and in at 92, and Clement, the 5th strikeout victim of the night. Jays get another run as the leadoff walk comes around to score. 2 hits in the inning and 2 left. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Toronto.
You can feel the excitement of Phillies.
Far from pristine conditions, the dominance of Chase Burns continues. 1 run in 6 Sterling innings, 2 hits, 9 Ks.
Gavin Williams was outstanding today. Retired the first 15 batters he faced. First time in his career he did that. He struck out 10, Arch, and didn't walk a batter until the last one he faced.
Sayonara! 3rd homer of the inning. Red Sox 5, Dodgers 3.
For the first time in Kyle Freeland's terrific career, the hometown kid with a complete game.
Colt Emerson with a screaming line drive, base hit down the right field line. Walk it off. Mariners win it 7-6 over the Twins this afternoon.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Monday, August 17th and Tuesday, August 18th, both at 6:40, and Wednesday, August 19th at 6:05.
Way back there. Gone.
Snag tickets now at Phillies.com. Phillies down 2-0 here to Max Scherzer. And the first pitch to Garrett Stubbs is in for a called strike. Stubbs getting the start tonight. 5 for 34 at the plate. Playing in his 23rd game of the year. Scherzer over the top with the hands in the windup. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball just foul past third. And it's quickly no balls, 2 strikes. JT will be back in the lineup tomorrow. Phillies rolling right on through to Thursday before getting an off day on Friday. They want to try to do what they can to protect JT and get him some time off now and then. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Stubbs down on strikes. There's the second strikeout of the night for Max Scherzer. And that puts him 1 away from tying Walter Johnson for 10th place on the all-time list. Now, we mentioned that there are some discrepancies with Walter Johnson. There are some places that might list Scherzer already ahead of Walter Johnson at 3,508 strikeouts. Some places have him with 3,509 strikeouts. Here's a swing and a squibber off the end of the bat towards a vacated third base spot, and Schwarber will get himself an infield hit. Little pesky leadoff hitter getting aboard.
He did not get all of it.
No, he didn't.
But he got it just right.
He is on, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Trey Turner. And the official number that everybody seems to be going with is 3,515, because that's the biggest number of the 3 that have been mentioned. So they say better safe than sorry. We'll wait till he passes 35-15.
Right.
Here's a swing and a high bounder, left side, cut off by Smith. Throw on the run to first is in time. And Josh Smith guns down Turner. Down to second goes Schwarber, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper.
Well, Wiz Witt, we've got you covered. The first 4,000 fans have purchased a theme night ticket for the Phil's Steak Bundle presented by Philly's Best Steak Company will receive a voucher redeemed for an exclusive cheesesteak themed hat on Friday, September 4th at 6:40 when the Phils host the Braves. Visit Phillies.com/theme nights to purchase tickets today.
Nailed it.
I wish they knew it was a pitch clock these days.
Here's Harper with a runner in scoring position. 2-0 Toronto. Scherzer ready. And the pitch. And that is in tight for a ball. 1-0 to count. Harper struck out his first time up. One and 0, and the pitch. It's inside. Two and 0 on Harper. The pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. And not a whole lot for Harper to offer at here. The count 3-0 with a rise waiting on deck. Three balls, no strikes. The pitch by Scherzer. And that one is in there for a called strike. 3-0 changeup at the top part of the zone. And it's 3-1.
Chances.
Outfielders straight away here against Harper. The stretch by Scherzer in the 3-1. Swung on, hit in the air, left field deep. Going back is Straw to the wall. He jumps and makes the catch at the base of the fence. That's two long drives to left, one by Arise, one by Harper, but both have been caught for outs. And we'll head to the fourth. It is still Toronto 2 and the Phils nothing.
Flying out of town? Let Philadelphia in.
Pete Crow Armstrong set to lead things off for the Cubs. That is hammered center field. That's back on its way out of here. We got an in-game MVP race.
How about that for a response? First pitch of the ball game from Lauer, PCA, 420 feet. Game on.
Your best player, our best player. For PCA, it is home run number 25.
Closing in on that 30-30 club. He's wiped 28 bases.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. Be cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Superstar Scratch-Off from the PA Lottery. With top prizes of $1.5 million. One ticket could turn you into an overnight sensation. Play today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
The RAV fourth inning is presented by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com to get your new 2026 RAV4 today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Phillies trailing 2-0 as Andres Jimenez starts it. And he takes down low ball one. 1-0 the count. Run in the first, a run in the third for the Jays. Both driven in by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Here's the windup and the 1-0 and a bunt, and it's foul. Pause for station identification here on the Phils Radio Network.
We did mention last inning that start, that leadoff walk generally doesn't lead to good outcomes, and it did not.
The pitch. And a swing and a dribbler, first base side. Nola racing over to get it. Schwarber gets it instead. A dive by Schwarber for the base runner going by. But Jimenez is there safely at first base, and maybe a little bit on the inexperience over at first.
I thought Nola had the best chance to make this play.
And I don't know if he just looked like
got it.
Not great communication. Nola almost ran into Schwarber, to be perfectly honest with you. So, not a leadoff walk, but maybe a little bit of a miscue there. And that'll put a man on with nobody out and bring up Brandon Valenzuela. The pitch, swing and a foul. Oh, 0-1 the count.
Yeah. Schwarber hasn't had a whole lot of time at first.
Might be putting it mildly.
Yeah.
Long set by Nola. And his 0-1. Swing and a miss. Valenzuela, who had a big series with Alejandro Kirk out when the Phillies were in Toronto earlier this year, had a walk-off hit. First of his career. It's Joan Duran. No balls, 2 strikes. The stretch. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. And a backdoor curveball. And Valenzuela goes fishing. And he's the 6th strikeout victim of the night for Nola.
Third baseman Josh.
Well, bring up Josh Smith.
Coming from the bottom half of the lineup. Well, Sanchez did strike out in the first inning. He's batting 4th in the lineup.
Smith struck out his first time up. Throw over to first. Diving back in is Jimenez. Jays are 28th in baseball in home runs hit coming into play today. It hit only 112 home runs on the season. The pitch. And that one is inside. The Guardians had also hit 112. The Brewers were at 107. Obviously, Guerrero's blast in the first inning made it 113 for the Jays. Here's the 1-0, runner on the move. The pitch is down and away. Throw to second. He's out. Boy, another great throw by Garrett Stubbs, who has been just terrific in his opportunities. And a caught stealing 2-6 the putout, and that is the 11th runner gunned down by Stubbs this year.
Wow. I mean, that is right on the money, too.
11 out of 31. That was close. So 2 gone. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And Smith takes low for a ball. Only the 3rd time that Jimenez has been caught all season. 18 tries. The windup and the 3-0 on the way. Smith takes the strike. Three balls, 1 strike. With 2 down here in the 4th inning, it's 2-0 Blue Jays. Nola winds up. Here's the pitch. And that one is inside corner, I guess. And a generous called strike 2. Jays don't challenge. So the count is full. Smith waiting. 3-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul. Smith, who homered last night late in the ball game, just his 2nd home run of the season. Last year he had hit 10 homers. Was a pretty versatile player, good infielder. defensively. And here's the windup. And another 3-2 pitch. Swing and a foul.
Just got a piece.
"77 pitches thus far for Nola. This is the 4th inning. So a lot of pitches thrown thus far. The windup and another 3-2 offered. It's outside. It's ball 4.
Second walk for Aaron.
Well, they've come to the 8 and 9 hole hitters tonight. So that'll bring up Miles Straw, that number 9 hitter who walked leading off the 3rd inning and would come around to score on a single by Vlad Jr. The pitch, and it's taken down low, ball 1. Nola with that home run given up to Vladdy in the 1st. That's 29 homers through 24 starts so far, as this 24th start of the season not yet complete. Throw over to first. Back is the runner Smith. He didn't have much of a lead at all. But Nola tied with 3 others for the most home runs given up by a Phillies starter in their first 24 starts of a season. 1-0 pitch. Way inside and almost hit him. Robin Roberts in 1957. Chad O.J. in 1999. Eric Milton in 2004. And now Nola this season. 2-0 pitch. Fouled back.
Well, it looks like this is going to be probably another 5-inning outing. He's going to be asking the bullpen to pick up 4 innings once again.
Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And Chad O.J., an LSU product. No?
Was he?
I believe so. I think he's a Louisiana man as well.
He did not have a whole lot of Blue Bayou.
Count is even, 2-2. 2 outs. Runner at first for the Jays. They lead 2-0. Nola's ready. Long set. Here's the pitch. And it's a breaking ball down and away.
Sun just came out, huh?
Turned on the lights for you, Larry. Chad O.J. Those were some numbers there in 1999. His lone season with the Phillies. Runner goes 3-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Number 7 on the night for Nola. Works around the infield hit and the walk, and 1 man was left. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th now. 2-0 Toronto.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? Now through August 20.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
Fly ball in foul territory. Mike Felder was there, but could not hold on to the ball. Like he had it.
There's the ball there, and then that ball comes out of somebody's glove in the stands.
See, he thought the ball at his feet
Was the ball in play?
Was the ball in play? He did, and he slapped his own glove thinking he had missed the catch when in essence he had it.
That is weird. That is a very weird play, and I don't ever want to see it again.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Jim Beam on Tuesday, August 18th after the Phils take on the Marlins at 6:40. Snag field passes and tickets today at Phillies.com. The RAV fourth inning is presented by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local tri-state Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Phils. As Luis Ariz will start it for the Phillies here in the home half of the fourth inning. Takes a strike. 2-0 Phils lead it. Phils just 3 hits so far. All singles against Max Scherzer. 1 in each inning. The pitch. Ariz swings and hits one in the air down the left field side. It's foul and out of play. Luis Ariz, who worked the walk to load the bases in the 9th inning last night. Phillies were down a run, but couldn't get the equalizer. 0-2 on the way. And a swing and a drive into center field, but straight away for Bateman. He'll make the catch. Hardly had to move. There's one gone.
Yeah, with all the walks, the Phils were still pretty swing happy. Couple innings last night.
That'll bring up Bryson Stott. Stott, who's singled to left his first time up. And the pitch. It's up and away from Scherzer. It's funny, swing happy and but not striking out a whole lot, the Phillies right now. The pitch is a little bit high, 2-0.
The pitcher's called the ball and the catcher is challenging.
And there you hear the challenge announced by Brendan Miller. And it is a strike.
The pitch is a strike.
Just
Toronto has 2
grazed
challenges
the
remaining.
top of the zone. Phillies have gone 10 straight games without striking out more than 7 times in a game. Believe it or not, that's the longest streak the Phillies have had since 2011.
Wow.
Here's the 1-1. And it's swung on, lined hard to right, coming on and making the sliding catch is Lucas.
Well, the problem is a lot of those strikeouts come with men in scoring position.
Yeah, certainly yesterday that was the case. In the, was it the 5th inning?
Yep.
Schwarber, Turner, and Harper all going down with runners at second and third. 2 gone here, and that'll bring up Brandon Marsh. Scherzer winds up and deals, and the pitch swung on, hit in the air to left field. Drifting back on it, Miles Straw. He'll get there and make the catch. There's a quick inning for Max Scherzer. 1-2-3 frame. His first of the night. We'll go to the 5th. It's 2-0 Blue Jays.
Just like our Phillies, small business owners need a strong team behind them. Philadelphia.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Kurt racing after it, dives and makes the grab. He makes a agility catch. Taylor Trammell just made one of the catches of the year.
Nice sliding stop. Vargas to his feet. Look at the move.
Flashing some leather right here. Bends over and makes another beautiful catch. Carson Bench making like Spider-Man.
Marsh on the run. Marsh slides. He made the catch. What a play by Brandon Marsh.
Times his leap, goes up. Michael with another highlight play.
Hey, Jackson Churio saved the day.
How did he get to that baseball?
Wow. Halpin is back. Near the wall. He leaps. He makes the catch.
And Halpin takes at least extra bases away.
Wow. Miguel Amaya twisting and turning.
Great play back at third. Diving Tommy White gets him, throws to first for the out. Sensational effort by the rookie.
Sogard dives deep backhand. That is spectacular defense.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Don't miss the huddle at Citizens Bank Park on Sunday, August 23rd at 1:35 when the Phils take on the Cardinals. Kids 14 and under score Pico Bryce Harper football jersey. Visit Phillies.com to purchase tickets today.
Nathan Lucas and the top of the Jays order to start things here in the fifth. 2-0 Toronto. And the first pitch is up high for ball one. 1-0 the count. And again, Aaron Nola is what he is, I think, at this stage of his career. Obviously, he's back part of the rotation right now, but the Phillies are just not scoring any runs in support of him right now. 1-0 pitch, and that's a breaking ball, and it just missed. It's not going to be 7 and 8 shutout innings from Nola, or a consistent 7 innings and 2 runs allowed. I just don't think that's where he's at right now. 2-0 pitch. That's a called strike, but you look at the results here over the last few starts. There's definitely some winnable ball games in there.
Yeah. But like 5 or 6 games, they've scored 2, 1, 5, 0.
2-1 pitch, and it's fouled out of play.
6 the last time out, but only 3 while he was in the game.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, Nola came out after 6 innings. That first game of the series. Here's a swing and a fly ball to left, playable for Marsh. He's waiting, drifting to his right, and he makes a one-handed catch for out number 1. Gave up 1 in the first, 2 in the second. The Phillies did not score until he had left the game. They scored 4 runs in the 7th inning and 2 more in the 8th to end up beating Washington. That was the Derek Hill grand slam game against the Nationals on Monday night. Here's the windup and the pitch to Brett Bateman, and it swung on and fouled out of play. That was the 90th pitch of the night for Nola. And after he leaves the mound tonight, his next pitch in the game is likely to be in an Iowa cornfield.
Yep.
The Field of Dreams game happening on Thursday. 0-1 pitch, and that's down and away. One ball, 1 strike. The windup, and Nola's pitch on the way. That's in there for a called strike. And it's 1-2 to Brett Bateman. 7 strikeouts tonight for Nola. He's crossed the 2,000 strikeout threshold. The count 1-2. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. And he can add Brett Bateman, the rookie, to his book.
Well, speaking of Field of Dreams, on Thursday at 7:30 Eastern Time, your Phils take on the Twins in Dyersville, Iowa for MLB at Field of Dreams, presented by John Deere, streaming live on Netflix.
Presented by John Deere, eh?
Apparently.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who's driven in both runs tonight for Toronto. A solo home run in the first inning and an RBI single in the third. The pitch is down and away.
What if you don't have Netflix?
I suggest you get it.
You're not going to be able to see the game, huh?
Guess not. One home. And this one's hit in the air to right field, drifting over his Dedock Cruz. He's got room to make the play, and he does. Larry, I'm a bit of a radio guy. I don't have much occasion to watch the Phillies on TV.
No,
I got to be honest, so I don't know how all that works.
That's right.
We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Toronto 2 and the Phils nothing.
Baseball's top all-star vote getter, Shohei Ohtani, treated us to yet another milestone before the break. After launching an Oppo Taco rocket for homer number 299 in a Dodgers win earlier this week, Shohei Ohtani hit career home run number 300 on Tuesday night.
2-0, swung on, drilled deep to center field. It is back, it is gone! Home run number 300 for Shohei Ohtani. Oh, he matched a milestone in his first at bat, a show that never ends.
Ohtani becomes the first Japanese-born member of the 300 homer club, but the hitting is only half the show. On the mound, this two-way titan is completely crushing it. A frontrunner in the NL Cy Young race with a microscopic ERA under 2. So he's pitched and hit the Dodgers to a double-digit lead in the West. A 4-time MVP firmly on his way to a high 5, Ohtani isn't just rewriting history, he's kind of making it look easy.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
At PGW, delivering clean, reliable natural gas to Philadelphia homes and businesses safely is our top priority. If you smell gas, call 215-235-1212. PGW, fueling the future.
Bottom of the fifth inning, and Larry, why don't you get some hits, pal? This is getting boring.
Really.
As Justin Crawford fouls it out of play on the left side. The Phillies have 3 singles. And some fans here, full house, waiting to have something to cheer about. Phillies down 2-0. Crawford, Dedock Cruz, and Stubbs coming up against Scherzer, who winds up and deals, and the pitch is a breaking ball down low. One ball, one strike. Wind up. And the pitch. Ground ball. At third, Smith with a diving backhand stop. What a great play. And Crawford is thrown out at first base for out number 1. I was just thinking if he had struck out Crawford, which he hasn't done. He's faced him 4 times now, and Crawford has avoided the strikeout. But got to think he got Carl Crawford somewhere along the way. I mean, he's pitched for that long.
Yeah.
He could have some fathers and sons in the book.
Right.
Here's Brian Dedock Cruz, and the pitch is in there for a strike called to Scherzer. Scherzer, who made his first major league start against the Phillies. It wasn't his first major league appearance, but it was his first start as a member of the Arizona Diamondbacks. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Dedock Cruz chasing up high. And he has Dedock Cruz down to the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The windup. And the righty's 0-2. Breaking ball fouled into the dugout on the first base side. The windup, the 0-2 pitch. Fouled back into the screen. De La Cruz, who gave him a long battle his first time, an 11 pitch at bat before grounding out. Scherzer ready again, and again the 0-2 pitch. And that's down and away. Curveball. Phillies getting De La Cruz in right field tonight, giving Bryce Harper a DH day, which they want to still be cognizant of his workload in the outfield. The 1-2, and that's outside. It's 2-2. Want to try to be careful with Harper if they can, and ease him back into that full workload of running around every day in the outfield.
Right.
Wind up, and the 2-2. Check swing. He went around, says the first base umpire, Brock Ballou. De La Cruz sticking around at the plate, hearing something from the plate umpire, Miller. Yeah, I think he went.
Yep.
And there is strikeout number 3,515 for Max Scherzer, which puts him in a tie for 10th place on Major League Baseball's all-time list with Walter Johnson. Here's the pitch, and Stubbs takes up high, ball one. 1-0 the count. The windup, the 1-0 pitch, check swing, foul ball.
Phil's now with 8 hits in their last 13 plus innings.
Eight hits?
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1. Swung on and popped up foul. Phillies have action in the bullpen.
Brooks Raley.
One and two on Stubbs, who struck out his first time up. 2 outs, nobody on here. Smith back and off the line at third base. Outfield pretty shallow. The 1-2, and Stubbs fouls it away. Day baseball tomorrow to wrap up the series at 1:35. Shane Bieber, 3-2 with a 5.11 earned run average. He'll be opposed by Jesus Luzardo, who's 10-5. 1-2 pitch. Pulled foul on the ground. Slow curveball at 73 miles an hour.
I actually kind of see that one coming. He slowed way up with his arm.
Scherzer, 1-2 again, and again a breaking ball that misses down and away. 2-2. The windup and the 2-2 pitch. Stubbs swings it down the right field line, coming on the run. Diving is Lucas, and he got it. Nathan Lucas laying out, makes the catch, and Stubbs is retired. Oh, another 1-2-3 inning for Scherzer, who has retired 8 straight, and we'll go to the 6th. It's still 2-0 Jays.
From pregame rituals to post-game.
Kirk racing after it, dives and makes the grab. He makes a jump catch. Taylor Trammell just made one of the catches of the year.
Nice sliding stop. Vargas to his feet. Look at the move. Flashing some leather right here.
Benjover and makes another beautiful catch. Carson Bench making like Spider-Man.
Marsh on the run. Marsh slides. He made the catch. What a play by Brandon Marsh.
Times his lead, goes up. Michael with another highlight play.
Jackson Churio saved the day.
How did he get to that baseball?
Wow. Halpin is back. Near the wall. He leaps. He makes the catch.
And Halpin takes at least extra bases away.
Wow. Miguel Amaya twisting and turning.
Great play back at third. Diving Tommy White gets him, throws to first for the out. Sensational effort by the rookie.
Bogart dives deep back in. That is spectacular defense.
Craftsmanship, the safety, and of course, the Phillies branded design. From backyards to ballparks, King Swings is built for play. King Swings, official playground partner of the Phils.
Spend the afternoon with Phillies legends for Toyota Phillies Alumni Day on Sunday, August 9th at 1:35 when the Phils take on the Blue Jays. Grab tickets now at Phillies.com.
Time for the Citizen Stats Leader. On July 3rd, the Red Sox were 37-48, 11 games under 500. Today, well, coming into today, they're 13 games over at 64-51 after going 27-3 in their last 30 games. They did lose today, so now they're 27-4 in their last 31. Citizens, the official bank of the Phillies.
Phillies are going to send Aaron Nola back to work here for the 6th inning. Phillies are down 2-0, and once again the Phillies just not scoring with Nola on the mound. Jesus Sanchez leads off. You got Ernie Clement next, the right-handed batter. And the first pitch just misses. They've had Brooks Raley warmed and ready to go, but they opt to stay with Sanchez, who was going to be on the lineup in left field tonight. George Springer with a tight shoulder was scratched. The pitch, ground ball, hits Nola and kicks away over near the third base line, and Aaron Nola in a little bit of pain there and clipped him somewhere on the leg. And racing out, Joe Rouse, the trainer, and Don Mattingly as well. And we'll get a look here on a replay, see where it looked like maybe the back of the ankle. Well, I think Nola's saying he's all right, just wants a minute, but he was probably going to be coming out of this game at some point soon anyway. 97 pitches thrown. This is kind of the same gray area the Phillies were in last night with Wheeler, who had thrown a ton of pitches. Get into the 6th inning, they were going to have him face one, maybe two more hitters. They were trying to get him through Alejandro Kirk.
He's got to throw at least a warm-up pitch, if not two, just to make. You don't want to do something where you're favoring your legs and you end up hurting your arm, and that can happen. And if you're thinking about it, it's not worth staying out there.
Well, he just threw one practice pitch, and we'll see if he feels all right after throwing a couple of more. And Tom Mattingly is, I don't think, convinced, and Aaron Nola wasn't convinced either, and I think he said it wasn't going to work. So Nola is coming out of this game, and Aaron Nola, on a night when he gets to the 2,000 strikeout plateau, will depart again with no runs on the board in support of Aaron Nola.
Yeah, but at least now maybe they'll score.
Well, then maybe that's the trick.
I don't want him to get hurt, but
yeah. Well, we've got a pitching change timeout brought to you by Pennington Grass Seed, official partner of the Phillies grounds crew. It's 2-0 Jays. We're back in a moment on the Phillies Radio Network.
Ever tried pork tenderloin on the grill? Yeah, it's a game changer. This summer, surprise everyone at the cookout with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloins. Juicy, flavor-packed, and made for the grill. It's the easy way to bring something new to the table. No prep, just great taste.
Carter on the move. He dives and he makes the catch.
Junior get a glove on it. Second one. Massey to first in time for a double play.
A tough play for Allen. Bare hand play and a good one for Nick Allen.
Diving play. Cruz makes an incredible grab.
Martin back to the wall and makes the catch up against the fence.
Diving stop by Turner. Scampers to his feet. Throws in time.
Dives. Backhand. Got it.
Nicely done by Trent Grisham.
And Randy Arozarena makes the catch. Put it on a show.
Leeds made the catch. Slams into the wall and hung on.
Warnick with a great diving play. Pajes makes a sliding catch. We've seen him do that several times this week.
Coming in Outman, and he'll dive and make the catch. Fine play.
That is spectacular. It's the Durbin D game.
One more dives to his left. Gets up. Throws. He got him. Wow, this kid is something special.
Four starts, so Aaron departs, and if we get any news about Aaron, we'll certainly pass it along. Brooks Raley, who was pretty well warmed up, ready to come into this game. I have a feeling he was going to come in to face Andres Jimenez, the next batter. They were probably trying to get Nola through Ernie Clement, which is almost exactly what they were doing last night, trying to get Wheeler through Alejandro Kirk. But Nola will not be able to get a victory tonight. He is on the hook for the loss as the Jays lead it 2-0. And Brooks Raley comes on here in relief. Runner at first is Sanchez. Clement, the right-handed batter. First pitch from Raley is just a little bit low. Ball one. Brooks Raley, who joined the Phillies with an ERA under 2, had a rough go earlier this week. Here's a swing and a foul in his first day with the Phillies on Wednesday. Blew a save, gave up a homer, gave up 2 runs total to the Nats. 1-1 to count the pitch. Swung on, yanked foul down the left side, out of play. Overall for the year, 5-5 record, a 2.34 earned run average for the 46-year-old left-hander who makes his home in Southlake, Texas. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch is up high. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. He got him.
Chick-fil-A nugget of the game, August 8th, 2021. The Phillies retire Hall of Famer Roy Halladay's number 34. It's the 8th number retired by the club, joining Richie Ashburn, Robin Roberts, Steve Carlton, Mike Schmidt, Jim Bunning, Jackie Robinson, and Dick Allen.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Man, the pitch way inside on him. Lefty still hitting under 200 against Raley this year. Righties at 228 overall. Sanchez over at first base. Raley kicks and deals, and the pitch misses outside. Jimenez tonight 1 for 2. An infield hit his last time up, was caught stealing later in that frame. The pitch, and that's right there for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a throw over. They got Sanchez picked off. Schwarber running him back and puts the tag on him, diving.
I went ahead and tackled him to make sure he didn't get there.
Sanchez went head first diving for the bag, and Schwarber ends up basically using him as a couch pillow. He's leaning back on him and tagging him on the back with the ball in his bare hand. Unconventional. A shrug of the shoulders from Schwarber said, hey, got the job done.
Schwarber's thinking, you know, I got some wheels here, don't I?
Yeah, well, he's already
Sanchez.
Well. And the 2-1 to Jimenez. That's in for a strike.
You're waiting for a movie to come on and grab some popcorn while you're laying there.
He's totally sitting there, and both elbows are on the back of Sanchez. Right. One near his legs, the other right up on his lower back, and the ball is right behind his neck. And he keeps tapping him right where the letters on his nameplate are. 2-2, ground ball back to Rayleigh. He's got it. Great job. He'll flip it to first, and the side is retired. Brooks Rayleigh with a scoreless sixth inning in relief of the injured Aaron Nola. Middle of the sixth, Jays 2, Phils nothing.
For the first 2 months of the season, San Diego's dynamic showman, Fernando Tatis Jr., has experienced, well, let's just call it a power outage. One of the game's most electric players had gone 55 consecutive games and more than 200 at-bats without a home run. That all changed last Saturday against the Nats. In the top of the fifth, Tatis faked a bunt on the first pitch, but on the next pitch, he unleashed, like really unleashed, crushing the ball 451 feet.
Home run number 1 of 2026 for Fernando Tatis Jr.
It was his longest home run since 2021 and capped a 6-game stretch in which he had 13 hits and raised his batting average by 24 points.
Enjoy the ride, Fernando.
With the home run monkey off his back, let's see if El Nino can turn the tide and add the power surge the Padres will need to keep pace with the Dodgers in the NL West.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
While everyone is listening to the ball game on the Phillies radio network, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, is hard at work rebuilding our infrastructure. Whether it's transportation, water, or energy projects, ELEC and the operating engineers 825 are ready to get to work building our future.
Bottom of the sixth inning, top of the order for the Phillies, and Kyle Schwarber will lead things off.
The speedster.
The speedster. He's got an infield hit, and he's run down another player from behind. I'd say he's fast. The pitch. And it's up high. See if he can get on and get something started here. Max Scherzer has thrown 5 scoreless innings here over the Phillies. 1-0 the count, a windup, and the pitch. Pulled, foul, first base side. Schwarber, the last man to reach, and broke his bat there. His infield hit back in the third inning with 1 out.
3 singles, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 of them an infield single. Schwarber's. No walks.
1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled away. Nice job by Brooks Rayleigh.
Yeah.
You think Schwarber just said, you know what, I just don't want to throw this ball.
Perhaps.
I don't want to have to throw the ball to second base. The 1-2. And that's down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. .73 pitches for Max Scherzer. Here's the 2-2 to Schwarber. Breaking ball in the dirt. Scherzer, who often takes the throw back from the catcher in the glove hand, of course, and doesn't reach into his glove for the ball. He flips it up in the air into his bare hand. Angles his right arm, ball in hand, now brings the hands together. Into his wind, the 3-2. And it's a called third strike at the knees. He got him looking. Fourth strikeout for Scherzer. Schwarber knew it.
Yep.
Scherzer, of course, gave the Jays a pretty good start in the postseason. Was really, we mentioned he was hurt a lot of the year and kind of in and out. Pitch to Turner, and that is a little bit wide for ball one.
The pitch was called the ball, and the catcher is challenging.
And that'll exhaust the challenges for the Jays because he's wrong on that, I believe.
That call is confirmed. It is a ball. Toronto has one challenge remaining.
Oh, I thought that other one was a strike, wasn't it? One ball, no strikes. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that's fouled out of play. We should also follow up and mention with the fourth strikeout tonight, he now has pitch. And that's fouled out of play.
Pretty impressive.
It is. Wind up. The 1-1 breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Wind up. And the 1-2 pitch to Turner. Fouled off. Right over towards Harp in the on deck circle. Ducked out of the way of it. One ball, two strikes. And the pitch. That's a check swing, no swing, says the first base umpire. Boy, and Scherzer's throwing everything from 72-mile-an-hour curveballs to that, a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Not many fastballs he'll throw it up around that velocity.
2-2 pitch. Swung on, line deep to left field. Straw going back. He won't catch that one. It is on its way. Trey Turner with a solo home run. Breaks up the shutout bid by Scherzer. Number 17 on the season. And the Phillies are on the board. It's 2-1 here in the bottom of the sixth.
Well, I think got to thank Aaron Nola a little bit for coming out of that game when he did.
Stop it.
That's ridiculous.
That is. The last 20 2/3 with Nola on the mound, they score one run. He's out of there for one inning and they score.
Right.
Here's the wind and the pitch to Harper. He takes up high, ball one. That's the, you can't predict baseball.
That's exactly right.
Here's the 1-0. And a swing and a miss. Got a fastball there, middle of the zone, but swings through it. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. And just like that, the Jays call the bullpen. They've got some action going. The windup by Scherzer in the 1-1. Harper swings, hits one deep right center field, and that one is on its way. Back-to-back game tied. Number 25 for Bryce Harper, who follows Turner with a homer of his own. And it's a 2-2 ball game here in the bottom of the sixth.
No doubt about it.
His 5th lifetime home run off of Max Scherzer. And we start over, tied at 2.
Well, he got a slider right in his wheelhouse.
Time called, and John Schneider is on his way, and we'll see has the hook for Max Scherzer. Luis Arraez getting ready to hit, and Schneider. Scherzer, who does a lot of talking at these mound sessions and sometimes can talk his way into staying in games, but
he'll let the manager know.
Not happening here.
Nope.
He's going to the bullpen. Pitching change, tie game, bottom of the 6th. It's 2-2. We're back in a moment on the Phil's Radio Network. I'll tell you about the new pitcher for the Jays after we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Philadelphia Phillies Radio Network. With Larry Anderson, I'm Scott Fransky with you here tonight on a Saturday night. It's a 2-2 ball game. Mike Tuberosa is our engineer in the booth. Luke Nichols back in our studios. The new pitcher is Spencer Miles, 26-year-old. And like the man he just replaced, a Missouri native. 5th time this year the Phillies have gone back-to-back. First time since the 4th of July when Realmuto and Rincones did it. It is the 3rd time this year that Harper has been involved in back-to-back homers. Here's Arraez, and the first pitch is outside ball 1. There's 1 out, nobody on, and it's a 2-2 ball game.
A lot of sinkers and curveballs from Miles.
Right-hander with a 1-0, and Arraez takes. That's a strike call. He's 4-2, 3.04 ERA, 33rd appearance. The former 4th round draft pick. Miles with a windup and the 1-1. Arraez fouls it away. Luis 0 for 2 today. He's flied out to left and flied out to center. Harper, by the way, is 5th lifetime homer off Scherzer. We mentioned that. That's the most homers of anybody ever against Max Scherzer.
Oh.
Miles with a 1-2. Arraez swings, lines it to center. There's a base hit. And Luis Arraez is on. The Phillies arrived at this 6th inning with 3 hits. And they've got 3 hits and 3 batters here in the frame.
Kind of helped you understand that Nola's no longer in the game.
That was the key, huh?
Yeah. 3 straight hits.
Well, now Stott. Miles, who's allowed 5 homers only in 74 innings, mostly in relief. The pitch. Breaking ball is in for a strike, but all 5 have been hit by lefties. He has limited right-handed batters, 137 at-bats by righties. They have 1 extra base hit off of Spencer Miles.
Oh.
The pitch. Swung on, line to right. That's going to be in for a hit. Lucas chasing over towards the corner, cuts it. Arise on his way to third. He'll be there standing up. Stott is the same at second. It's a double for Bryson Stott. And the Phillies with one out, now with a chance to take their first lead of the night.
There's a situation where they've got to get a run in. See what they do with the infield, if they want to bring it in, or yeah, they're coming in, edge of the grass.
Brandon Marsh, who made the last out last night with the bases loaded, has a chance to put the Phillies on top right here. Miles checks the runners, and his first pitch to Marsh. Breaking ball, line to right field, coming on. It's caught by Lucas. Arise tagging. He's coming home. The throw. He is safe. Ball got away from Valenzuela. And Arise scores, and Marsh delivers, and the Phillies all of a sudden lead this game 3-2.
Good job by Arise getting back, not getting too far off the bag when that ball was hit, getting back to the bag, tagging, timed it perfectly. A pretty strong throw from Lucas out in right field.
Arise was sprinting for the dugout after scoring the go-ahead run. And before heading to the dugout, he turned back and ran over to say a few things to Justin Crawford, who waited in the on-deck circle. They're going to throw over to third to appeal that he left early. Stott stayed put at second on the play. And Miles looks back that way. Here's the pitch. Crawford fouls it away. Jonathan Bolden is now up in the Phillies bullpen here in the bottom of the sixth. The pitch, swing and a foul, and that got Valenzuela, and that got him in a pretty tough spot.
So you want to be a catcher, huh?
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Yeah. Think it over.
Valenzuela says he's ready to go, and Crawford down to the count. 2 outs, runner at second. And the 0-2 swung on, fouled away. Well, the Phillies, after the Schwarber strikeout, 5 1/3 for Scherzer. He had given up 3 hits. He had retired 9 in a row without walking a batter. And then 2 of his former teammates, Trey Turner and Bryce Harper, go back-to-back against him. Here's the pitch. Crawford swings, hits it right center field. Long run for Bateman. He won't get it. That's off the base of the wall. It's in play. Stott is in to score. Crawford headed for third. It's a triple. And the Phillies erupt as a team hit for the cycle here in the bottom of the sixth. Now all of a sudden it's 4-2 Phillies. And this place has come alive.
So it's the offense. Oh.
Well, Don Mattingly said before the game, he said, we looked at it, we looked at it, we looked at it. We just weren't sure they had any lefties really to go to. We're just going to stack them all together and see what happens. And they're getting after Spencer Miles here, who has dominated right-handed batters. 4th triple of the year for Crawford. And kind of curious what he heard from Luis Arise and whether that helped him out at all in that at-bat. That hit about halfway up, right at the bottom part of the padding in front of the Phillies bullpen. Here's De La Cruz, and the pitch. He takes outside, ball 1. So the home runs from Turner, a single from Arise, a double from Stott, and now a triple from Crawford. Miles ready, the 1-0. And it's taken, and it's outside. 2-0. And the pitch. De La Cruz grounds one up the middle. Jimenez dives. He's got it. Gets up. Throws. And he got him. Oh, what an amazing play by Andres Jimenez. Full out dive up the middle. And he robs De La Cruz of another hit for the Phils. But for the Phillies, they score 4 times in the inning. They do it on 5 hits. And we'll head for the 7th with the Phillies in front now, 4-2. We're going to the 7th, and it's a 4-2 ball game. Phillies in front now. Brooks Raley stays on the mound. As the bottom of the order coming up here. Switch hitting catcher Valenzuela turns around about right-handed, takes a strike from Raley. Raley into his windup and a 0-1, swinging a ground ball, foul, first base side. They've got Bolin, who's been warming up. Got another left-handed batter due up next in Smith. And then the righty Straw after that. We'll see what the Phillies decide to do. 0-2 the count. Raley, who twitches the glove as he changes his grip. Setting up, the pitch is outside. He kind of holds the glove right in front of his belly button, if you will, and he's kind of fluttering that black glove in his right hand as he's changing that grip. The windup in the 1-2, and that's up and away. Raley, who has been at this for a long time. The 2-2, and that's up and away. He's 38 years old.
A youngster.
Well, compared to
yes.
some of us.
Yes.
Here's the 3-2. Fouled back. Checks the room. Compared to all of us. Just wanted to see who's in here. Yes, he's a youngster at 38. But not a spring chicken in the game.
No.
3-2 on the way. Breaking ball missed outside, ball 4, and there's a leadoff walk. And you certainly don't want to see that almost any time, but especially after your team just put 4 on the board. I think that's going to prompt a pitching change here, as they'll bring on Jonathan Bolden, as Okamoto was announced as the pinch hitter for Smith, and they'll go to the righty Bolden. So another pitching change, timeout here in the bottom of the top of the 7th inning. Pardon me. Phillies up 4-2. We're back in a moment on the Phillies Radio Network. '29-year-old righty Jonathan Bolden is now on in relief. He's going to face Kazuma Okamoto. Comes off the bench as a pinch hitter. He's just 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. .226 hitter with 24 home runs on the year. Bolden will inherit a base runner at first base. 7 of his 22 inherited runners have scored. Comes on here in the 7th inning with nobody out in a 2-run ball game. 4-2, Phillies in front now, as Bolden set and deals, and Okamoto swing and a miss. He's the biggest power threat certainly on the bench for the Blue Jays tonight with those 24 home runs. Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a ground ball foul. They said a right knee contusion for Nola, so that got him a little higher on the leg than we noticed. And either way, they took x-rays. They were negative, but a contusion, and he will be evaluated further. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and it's way outside. Phillies did get some good news as Andrew Painter made his bullpen assignment today. No problem. Didn't have any issues with that hamstring, so he is scheduled to make his next start. But wouldn't you know, the Phillies, of course, talked to a lot of clubs about making a deal for a pitcher. The 1-2 is in the dirt. An extra starter. They asked it first, no swing, and didn't end up consummating a deal with anybody. And a lot was said and written about that. But then in the one turn of the rotation to follow that trade deadline day, you have 2 starters potentially going down with injury. So far, knock on wood, everything's been all right.
Right.
2-2, and a swing and a miss. He got it. Ball was in the dirt, and Stubbs scrambling to pick that up.
Get the strikeout. Well, the PGW game summary: Toronto had single runs in the 1st and 3rd. The Phillies didn't have anything going. 3 hits in the first 5 innings against Scherzer, but they broke out for 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th with home runs by Turner and Harper, solo shots, sac fly by Marsh, and an RBI triple by Crawford. They lead us 4-2 going to the 7th. PGW fueling the future.
Here's Miles Straw, and he takes a strike. 0-1 the count. Straw 0 for 1 tonight. Drew a walk, scored a run in the 3rd, also struck out. 4-2 Phillies, 1 out, 7th inning. And Bolden kicks and deals. The pitch is hit softly to the right side. A rise far to his left. He's got it. He'll flip it to first. That's the only play they have. Down to second goes Valenzuela. So he's in scoring position. And it'll bring on Nathan Lucas. The right fielder comes up with 2 outs. Nationals lead the Reds, bottom of the 6th inning in D.C., 3-2. Pirates all over the Mets, 8-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch to Lucas, and he swings and lines it towards center. Crawford coming in, he'll make the catch. Side's retired. Jonathan Bolden does his job. 1 man left, no hits in the inning. It is stretch time here at Citizens Bank Park. Phillies lead the Jays 4-2.
Time for the Independence Blue Cross Player Spotlight, focused on Justin Crawford, who recorded his 16th stolen base this year, which are the most by a Philly rookie since Odubel Herrera. Odubel also had 16 in 2015. Independence Blue Cross, learn more at ibx.com.
Garrett Stubbs will lead off here as a couple of changes for the Jays. Okamoto, who pinch hit, he's going to replace Smith at third base as well. And Matt Waldron is on in relief. Made his Jays debut, the scoreless inning last night, and misses with his first knuckleball up high. 1-0 the count. Waldron delivers, and that pitch is outside, and it pops out of the mitt of Valenzuela. And with a knuckleballer on the mound, generally they use a bigger, floppier mitt. And last night, I guess Alejandro Kirk was using something more akin to a first baseman's glove, which is, according to some, still legal. The 2-0. And that's a strike over the outside corner. There was a discussion about it in the office, and I'm not sure what the actual rule is. 2-1 pitch, but it seems there's some debate. And that pitch is a strike over the outside corner. Now Valenzuela, it does look like it's rounded the way a catcher's mitt would be, but it's definitely bigger. It's an oversized, a little less padding, a little more surface area, if you will. And it looks pretty fresh. The pitch, and that's outside.
No, I don't know what the rule is. Can you not use a first baseman's glove to catch?
I don't know. Depends on who you ask, I guess.
I thought you could use any kind of glove you wanted.
Count is full. And the payoff pitch. Stubbs swings, hits it high in the air to right center, but not very deep. Bateman and Lucas are there. Bateman calling. He'll make the catch. One down. Phillies up 4-2 here in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, this copyrighted broadcast presented by Authority of Philadelphia Phillies may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts or description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Phillies.
Here's Schwarber. He's 1 for 3 on the night. The starter at first base this evening. The pitch, and it's way inside. (1-0), and that's a check swing on a pitch inside. The pitch, swing and a miss. There's the knuckler. Waldron, who was let go by the Padres, he's kind of just an extra guy, almost a 6th starter, if you was, a back and forth of AAA a lot over the last few years. The pitch and a swing and a miss. Schwarber came into the night homerless in his last 74 plate appearances. And you can tack on 3 more, so 77 straight plate appearances without a home run. The windup by Waldron in the 2-2 pitch, and that's down and away.
See it high, let it fly. See it low, let it go.
That's how you always approach your at-bats
with the knuckleballs, yeah.
So that Charlie Huff, he's not going to get me again.
That's right. David West did get me. Put me on a DL.
That was on the side, though. You guys were just throwing, right?
Yeah.
(3-2) pitch. It's high and wide, ball 4. And you were playing catch, just your normal catch play?
Yeah. During batting practice, right before batting practice, down on the left field line in Montreal. It was a little better than I thought.
You knew a knuckleball was coming, but you didn't know how good of a knuckler
I did. I got all rib, no leather.
Here's Trey Turner. And the pitch, and that is a strike call. Turner ignited that 4-run rally in the 6th with a home run.
Right.
Scherzer, that was the 13th time he's given up back-to-back homers in his career. And the pitch inside. First time either Turner or Harper had been involved. Now, that number would be reduced to 11 if you count. At one point, he allowed back-to-back-to-back home runs one time in his career. So that's like 2 instances of back-to-back. So without that, it'd be 11 times. 1-1. Swinging a ground ball foul. 1-2 the count. Remember, I was wondering if he had ever struck out any father-son duos. He has 3 of them.
Is that right?
Part of his
Griffey?
Nope. One of them is his teammate right now. Vlad and Vlad Jr. The 1-2, and it's fouled out of play to the right side. One that really surprised me because I didn't realize Fernando Tatis stretched all the way to that point, but he did strike out Fernando Tatis once, and he's gotten Junior 8 times. And the others are Matt and Jackson Holiday.
Oh, wow.
But the Crawfords are not on the list. The 1-2. And Turner hits it in the air down the right field line. That's going to slice out of play. 4-2 here. Phillies about to hit the Jays. 8-6. Waldron comes set. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air to center. It's not very deep. Going out on it is Clement. Coming on is Bateman, and Bateman, the center fielder, makes the call and the catch. And that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Harper, who homered to tie the game, his 5th ever home run off Max Scherzer. And Waldron ready with the pitch, and that's down low.
I guess we're not going to see Schwarber try and take the bag.
Don't you think he's done enough running for tonight?
He probably thinks he has too.
Here's the 1-0. And that's a strike of the outside corner. Dodgers and Diamondbacks are underway. Top of the second. No score there. Braves lost in New York today to the Yankees 5-4. Marlins beat up on the Angels 7-0. Here's the 1-1. Harper, little flare. Shallow left. Going out Jimenez. He's under it. He'll make the catch. It pretty much catches everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No runs, no hits. A walk and a man left. We're through 7 tonight. It's 4-2 Phillies. We're headed to the 8th tonight. Don't forget, out-of-town scores here on the program are brought to you by Oliver Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. 55 years of family-owned service you can trust. Phillies trusting in Alec Boehm to take over defensively here in the 8th inning at first base. So Schwarber's night is done. Jose Alvarado's night begins with a first pitch fastball up and in to Brett Bateman, left-handed batter. You've got Bateman, Vlad Jr., and Jesus Sanchez due up here in the 8th inning. And Alvarado with a pitch. It's fouled away. Alvarado. Who on the year 3-3 with a ERA of 5.44. Next pitch. That's up and in. Two balls and a strike. The pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. Obviously, this first batter is a pretty big one to get with Vlad waiting next.
Absolutely.
Alvarado, who had a tough go on Wednesday in the extra inning game, bounced back another scoreless inning on Thursday. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's down and away. Had those command issues creep up once again on Wednesday in that extra inning game. Hit a batter, walked a couple others, and gave up an unearned run. Count is full to Bateman. And the pitch. Fouled back. When you add up his last 10 outings, it's a .90 earned run average for Alvarado. I'll be ready. The 3-2 again. And a swing and a miss. He got it. Boy, good sinker just below the zone.
Big right there.
One away. Keep that leadoff man off base. And here comes Vlad Jr. He's done all this run producing for the Jays tonight. The pitch, it's up high. Home run in the first, RBI single in the third. One and 0, and the pitch, and that's in for a strike. Guerrero also fly to right his last time up against Nola, who goes 5 innings plus 1 batter. 1-1, and that's outside. Ended up leaving with a contusion on his right knee. Comebacker that hit him came out of the game. Charged with 2 runs, both earned on 6 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. 2-1 pitch, and it's way outside. It's 3-1 now to Guerrero. Next pitch, that's a strike. Sinker right over the heart of the plate. Guardians and White Sox continue their big series in Chicago. No score, bottom of the 4th inning there. 3-2 pitch. Just missed inside. Well, that was close. And did miss down and in. So it's a 1-out walk. And now we're going to get a pinch hitter as Kirk is going to come off the bench and pinch hit for Jesus Sanchez.
Ed Schneider out there. On deck circle. Switched it
Pulled
up.
him back.
Yeah.
And Caleb Cotham is going to go out and discuss the pinch hitter, Alejandro Kirk. Guy who hasn't had a ton of homers this year, but certainly has power. He had 15 homers last season, only 4 this year, but he's missed some time with injuries. So those numbers down a little bit. Alvarado, who last pitched on Thursday, had a couple of days off before that, so fresh once again. The Phillies were feeling like they would have their top 4 relievers back and available again today. And Duran and Kerkering and Bolin and Alvarado, and they've already used now Alvarado and Bolin. So still with Kerkering and Duran in reserve here in the 8th inning. Double play depth for the middle infield. Turner and Arise. And Alvarado ready. His first pitch. It's down low. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch, that's down and in. We haven't had anywhere near the number of walks tonight that we've seen this week.
No.
And maybe that's not saying a whole lot because we had an extraordinary amount of walks this week.
Yeah.
Next pitch, and that one is called a ball, but I think Stubbs doesn't challenge, but really missed his spot. The Phillies are now getting Kerkering going. He just started warming up.
Man, that ball's all over the strike zone.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. And new baseball, Alvarado wants, and the plate umpire Brennan Miller wants.
How do you miss that as an umpire?
Alvarado with a 3-0, and Kirk taking all the way. Looks at a strike. Again, some of these pitch counts, that's 17 pitches, 7 strikes is all.
Yep.
3-1. And it's low, ball 4. So 2 walks, 1 out, and a big decision coming for Don Mattingly to decide what to do with Alvarado. They're going to pinch run at first with George Springer. This is the DH spot, so
he takes himself out of the lineup, and
well, maybe they didn't want him swinging, but okay with him running.
Yeah.
He is the tying run, and if, of course, they were to tie the game, they might have to have him bat at some point, but we'll see.
What
they have
back?
Shoulder.
Oh, shoulder.
They have one bench player remaining now, and that's Davis Schneider, South Jersey native. Here is Ernie Clement. He's the go-ahead run here in the 8th. And Alvarado kicks and delivers, and he delivers in the dirt. Ball 1. One-0. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Everybody getting a little bit on edge, I think.
Just a bit.
With the back-to-back walks. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Clement. Swing and a foul. It's 1-2. So he jumps ahead of the count here with 1 out and 2 on. Bohm is 20 feet off the line at first base against the right-hand batter. Outfield a step the other way. Arise playing to pull. Turner, for the most part, straightaway shortstop. Maybe a step to pull. And he's in at double play depth. Alvarado's ready, the 1-2 pitch. And it's swung on and hooked foul out of play down the left field side.
Now he goes with the curveball there. Well out in front.
That's something that relatively recently he started to filter back into his arsenal. The count 1-2. Alvarado looks at second. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he? No, he didn't. Pitch was down to the dirt. 2-2. Kirkering should be well warmed and ready to go at this point. You've got the lefty swinging Andres Jimenez waiting on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Alvarado delivers, and a swing and a pop up. Shallow right center field. Ariz is out. De La Cruz coming on in right center. He's going to make the catch. Two down.
All right.
And here is Jimenez. Jimenez. 1 for 3. And you face the lefty Jimenez, and Alvarado again has had all kinds of problems with lefties this year. The pitch, swing and a miss, where they go right away, sinker down and in.
Be careful. You want to throw a first pitch strike, and I mean that wasn't a strike. He swung at it, but it wasn't in the strike zone. I wouldn't want to throw it down there in the strike zone.
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, up and out of the zone. And he gets him to chase, and he's got him in a hole at 0-2. Jimenez, of course, known far more for his glove than his bat.
Yeah.
He's down to the count, 0-2, representing the go-ahead run here in the 8th inning. Alvarado checks second. And his 0-2 pitch swung on line to right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit and big trouble. As 1 run will score, Springer around third. The ball on the track. Springer's going to score standing up. And on an 0-2 pitch, Andres Jimenez doubles into the right center field gap. And this game is tied 4-4. And we mentioned the lefties have haunted Alvarado all season, even dating back to last year, and it's happened again.
But the 2 walks score. 2 walks. Back to back.
And well, boy, why you throw any kind of a strike at all?
I have no idea.
Kind of a head scratcher. Here comes Don Mattingly. And that is going to be it for Alvarado, who gets charged with a blown save. And now it's going to be up to Orion Kirkering to keep this a tie game. Jimenez, with his 18th double of the year, drives in 2, ties this one up. And Kirkering coming on in relief. We're back in a moment on the Phillies Radio Network. Right-hander Orion Kirkering is coming on. He's got to get Brandon Valenzuela. Valenzuela, who is the switch-hitting catcher, will turn around and bat left-handed against Kirkering. Go-ahead run is out at second now in what is a tie game, 4-4. After the two-run double by Andres Jimenez, and the first pitch is fouled out of play. Breaking ball. Valenzuela is 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts and a walk. Runner at second. Look back that way. Kirkering's pitch. Breaking ball. Missed. Just off the plate away. And again, I think that's one that maybe you could get overturned on a challenge. That was borderline. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped in the air, foul, third base side. Stott ranging over near the rolled up tarp. He'll make the catch. And Kirkering gets his man. But 1 man too late for the Phillies, as 2 runs score on 1 big hit by Andres Jimenez will go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 4-4 game. We're going to the last of the 8th, and the Phillies now in a 4-4 ball game. Trying to answer back, see if they can give Yohan Duran a lead for the top of the 9th. Luis Arraez will lead off. New pitcher for the Jays, a right-hander, Braden Fisher. And his first pitch on the way. Arraez shortened, then straightened up. He did not bunt. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Arraez a single to center after the back-to-back home runs chased Max Scherzer from the game. Arraez followed with a single. Here's the 0-1 and a swing and a little looping drive into right field. Going out is Clement, trying to get under it. He can't. It's a base hit. Falls perfectly in between Clement and Lucas, and the go-ahead run is on to start the 8th. Second hit of the night for Luis Arraez. Going to bring up Bryson Stott. Again, the Phillies with all these lefties in a row. Lefties have been a bit better, quite a bit better against Braden Fisher. '26-year-old righty, former draft pick of the Dodgers, acquired in a trade. The pitch, Stott takes, that's outside. Okamoto is in on the grass at third base. Each team with 1 ABS challenge remaining. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Outfield pretty deep. Short lead for Arraez, and the pitch. Stott takes low.
Make him throw you a strike.
Stott, who continues his hot hitting tonight. He's got 2 hits, single and a double, a run scored. Also lined out hard to right back in the 4th. Menes shades up the middle. Second baseman guards the hole. 2-0 pitch. Stott takes. That's in for a strike right down the middle. And he appeared to be taking all the way.
Yep.
50% sliders from Braden Fisher. If you're a righty, 65% chance you're going to see a slider. Here's the 2-1. And that one is on the outside
pitch was
corner.
called the ball, and the
Called a
catcher
ball.
is challenging.
And you hear the instruction. Catcher is challenging. He's got 1 borderline called overturned, and that's
The pitch
number
is a
2.
strike. Toronto has 1 challenge remaining.
So the Jays keep their challenge, and Stott now at 2-2. Okamoto backs up and way off the line at third base. Fisher ready. Here's the pitch. Swung on, yanked to right. On the run, Lucas. He will get there and make the catch. Hit pretty well, but Nathan Lucas runs it down, and Arise has to run back to first base.
Hit well. They just seem to be in the right spot. Plus, they've made some tremendous catches the last couple games.
Here comes Brandon Marsh. Something else to keep in mind, of course, the Phillies did a defensive switch, meaning if they don't score here in this inning, it's very possible they'll go to the 9th. And Kyle Schwarber is out of the game. It's Alec Boehm batting the leadoff spot as the pitch is up high. And so that's a bit of a different look. Obviously, makes sense with a 2-run lead in the 8th to improve your defense if you can.
Yeah.
1-0 the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. One and one. Fisher ready, just above the belt. And his 1-1.
And it's 2-1.
Those his 4-seamer just 17% of the time. Outfield shades the other way, the 2-1. And that one is in for a strike. 2-2. Marsh drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the 6th. Kind of a line drive to right field to bring home a rise. 2-2. And that's up high. That gave the Phillies a 3-2 lead. Eventually it would go to 4-2 on the triple by Crawford. But the Jays have just scored 2 in the top half of this 8th inning. So tie this one up. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Marsh. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him.
No, not sure where that pitch was.
Well, down, fooled him.
Yeah. So he threw 1 pitch in the strike zone that at bat. There's a hanging slider.
So here is the rookie Crawford. Okamoto's in on the grass, playing in on him. Fisher ready. And the pitch. It's outside, ball 1. Crawford tripled home a run in the 6th inning. They had Bateman, the center fielder, over to left center, as they do now, and he hit it off the wall right in front of the Phillies bullpen. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. It's very high. If Crawford can extend the inning, De La Cruz waits on deck. Phillies with an all right-handed bench tonight as far as pinch hitters go. And one of them, as we said already in the game, in Alec Boehm. 2-0. And that's outside. It's 3 balls, no strikes. Realmuto, Sosa, and Hill all available. 3 balls and no strikes on Crawford. And the pitch. That's high, ball 4.
See if maybe we can make them pay for a walk.
Justin Crawford, that series in Baltimore, that Friday night game in Baltimore, he had a chance in the 9th inning. Phillies were down by a run and they needed base runners, and he went swinging at a 2-0 pitch, and asked Don Mattingly about that. He said, you know, he's young, he's learning, and we're going to talk to him about it. And I really feel like his at-bats here since that time have been far more selective.
Yeah.
Late in games in particular, more situationally based. The idea of getting on base somehow, some way.
Right. And for a guy like that, that's what it should be.
Well, De La Cruz now bats with the go-ahead run in scoring position. Fisher on the mound delivers, and De La Cruz takes down low. Ball squirts away. Both runners are going to move up. Arises into third base as Brandon Valenzuela tried to knock that one down but could not. Wild pitch, and it's 1-0 on De La Cruz. And a base hit could make it a 2-run lead. 1-0 the count. Fisher ready. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lined into center, but there and waiting is Bateman. He's going to make the catch. And the Phillies are turned away here in the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, 2 were left. And we'll go to the 9th. It's a 4-4 game.
Can you hear that? It's the gentle waves meeting the sugar white sand in St. Pete, Clearwater. And if you listen closely, you'll hear the wows from world-renowned museums, the mms from Michelin-recognized restaurants, and the ahs that come with record-breaking sunshine. Plan your trip to St. Pete, Clearwater, the official Florida beaches of Philadelphia Phillies, and call it your best hit of the season. Start planning at visitspc.com.
Freddy's is where all your family favorites are made fresh all day, every day. We're talking sizzling steak burgers grilled to order, crispy shoestring fries, creamy frozen custard churned fresh daily. And with Freddy's famous friendly service, every visit is a treat. Order today on the Freddy's app, online at freddys.com, or visit a Freddy's location near you.
Mayor, remember how I told you Burlington was all zhuzhed up? It's better, yeah, not the Coat Factory no more. They're better than ever, okay? And now they're an official partner of the Philadelphia Phillies. That's right, our Phils. And they're celebrating by giving away 2 free tickets to every Phillies home game now through August 14th. I mean, do you die? Enter at burlington.com/Phillies for your chance to win. It's easy. Burlington. Deals, brands, wow. No purchase necessary, limited to the tri-state area. See official rules at burlington.com/Phillies for more details.
Spend the afternoon with Phillies legends for Toyota Phillies Alumni Day on Sunday, August 9th at 1:35 when the Phils take on the Blue Jays. Grab tickets now at Phillies.com. Going to the 9th, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Philadelphia Phillies Radio Network. With Larry Anderson, I'm Scott Fransky with you from Citizens Bank Park. Mike Tuberosa is our engineer in the booth. We do what we do for Luke Nichols back in our studios.
That's exactly right.
Engineering and producing, as the Phillies have found themselves in a 4-4 ball game here in the 9th inning. And Yohan Duran is going to take over on the mound. And we're going to get a pitch timer violation charged to the batter, Okamoto.
Violation on the hitter, count is 0-1.
So that's the way the 9th inning starts. Okamoto, Straw, and Lucas are due up here against Duran, who has one of his blown saves this season against the Jays. First pitch, ground ball, left side, cut off by Stott. He'll spin, throw to first, dug out by Bohm. And a nice spinning play at that by Alec Bohm. And who knows? whether or not Kyle Schwarber makes that play. We mention it because Kyle's not going to be batting in the 9th inning. Alec Bohm will be.
The experience, Bohm didn't reach out for it, which was huge. So if he tries to stretch for that, he's going to be right in the middle of a bad short hop. By staying back on the bag, he gets an easier throw to catch.
Well, obviously he's played there before, and they like his work over there. He's a big target. That's good for the infielders. Here's Straw, and he takes a called strike. Phillies have due up in the bottom of the 9th inning Garrett Stubbs, Alec Bohm, and Trey Turner. If anybody gets on, Harper would bat. Duran ready, the 0-1, and a swing and a foul. 0-2 to count. Outfield pretty much straight up here for the Phils. What they have available to them after Duran may be limited. Wind up and the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball is up high. Caleb Killian has thrown 3 times in the last 4 days. He may or may not be available. Chase Sugart pretty much tells his manager he's always available. And he threw 19 pitches last night. Has worked 2 of the last 3, but not any back-to-back. The 1-2. Swing and a foul. And the only other pitcher out there is Tim Meza. Of course, the Phillies needed Kerkering to bail out Alvarado in the 8th inning. So they only get 1 batter out of Orion Kerkering with a limited bullpen. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's down low.
I just got to wonder, is it you want to have Kerkering available for tomorrow for sure, or?
Well, I just think they patently just kind of go with Duran in the 9th in a tie game. But it'd be an interesting question whether that thought crossed their mind of having Kerkering pitch a full 9th. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Yes, indeed. Straw trying to check, and now Stubbs will have to dig it out. He was waiting to try to tag Straw and then waited on Bohm to get to the bag, which he does. They'll complete the strikeout 2-3. And that'll bring up Nathan Lucas. The Phillies, we talked a lot about their 1-run record. All their wins in 1-run games. They were 19-6 at one point, which was the best in baseball. Here's a swing and a miss. Well, they've lost 5 straight 1-run games. So they need to buck that trend and get back into the win column.
That they do.
0-1. And it's up high. One ball, 1 strike. Lucas. And Duran's pitch. And that missed outside. Lucas tonight is 1 for 4. 2-1. Duran with a windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded foul down the third base line, and the count goes to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swung on, fouled away to the left side. Lucas keeps the at-bat alive. As we saw firsthand last night, he knows how to do that. With his 15-pitch at-bat against Zach Wheeler. Duran again, the 2-2. Swinging a bouncing ball, left side. Stott fired. He has it. Spins. The throw, the stretch. And he is safe at first base. Pretty tough play. Bryson Stott had a long way to go just to get it. And the throw, pulling Bohm off the bag. And Lucas can run as well, so he had beaten that either way. So an infield hit keeps the ninth inning alive for the Jays. And Brett Bateman is the batter here in a tie game in the ninth inning. Stott back at third base against the left-hand batter. Turner guarding the middle. Long set, now the pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. The Jays, one of the reasons they were able to create that blown save and hand him his first blown save of the season is they used their legs. They got moving right away against Duran. So the Phillies, even with 2 outs, watching for that. 0-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss.
And Lucas can run, and they're not. I just got 2 attempts, 1 successful, then thrown out once. But
no balls, 2 strikes on Bateman. Duran is ready just above the belt. He stretches, he kicks the pitch. Swinging a ground ball the other way. Stott charging, gloves it, throws on the run. It's low. Bohm digs it out. What a scoop by Alec Bohm. And the Jays do not score in the top of the ninth. Duran, a scoreless ninth inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the ninth. Any kind of a run, and the Phillies will win it. It's 4-4.
Hi, it's Scott Fransky. Philadelphia.
Time for the great mascot race. Here's the pitch. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go. Listen to the cheers. They're heading for home. It's too close to call. Here's the play of the plate. It's Rally Monkey. Congratulations on winning the great mascot race.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Making a big difference in the lives of youth baseball players and their communities through the Chevy Youth Baseball Program. The Phillies salute Hessert Chevrolet of Cherry Hill for their support of Cherry Hill High School West.
Garrett Stubbs will lead off for the Phillies here in the last of the ninth. It is Stubbs, Bohm, and Trey Turner due up here against Louis Varland, who's been the Jays closer this season. A 1.38 earned run average. First pitch to Stubbs. He shows bunt, and that pitch was down low. 1-0 the count. Varland suffered a blown save in his last outing. That was against the Cubs on Thursday. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss here in a 4-4 ball game. Boys, Stubbs chasing a pitch about
really
neck high there. That was up and out of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Okamoto is in on the grass at third base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Back to our left. Out of play, and it's 1-2. Oh boy, what a scoop there at first base.
Big time.
In that inning.
That was a saver.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a dribbler. Foul over on the first base side. Still 1-2. Stubbs 0 for 3 tonight. Varland, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. That was a changeup at 95 miles an hour. Well, here is Alec Bohm batting in the old spot occupied by Schwarber. Defensive change in the 8th. And Bohm bats for the first time tonight. .225 hitter with 13 homers. Varland into his windup and the pitch. That's a little bit wide, and Valenzuela wants to challenge.
The pitch is called the ball. Catcher's challenge.
Away. Unless he was sitting in.
Pretty close. And it is a strike. Boy, just a sliver of
Toronto retains their 1 challenge.
Ball, and boy, Valenzuela's got a few of those overturned, and
we had a number we could have had overturned, and we didn't.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back out of play. I think that's 4 he's gotten overturned. 0-2 pitch on the way, and a swing and a foul tip. Phillies again, another chance this week at a walk-off win. They had that on Wednesday, lost to the Nationals. Varland, the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, hit foul, out of play. The last walk-off win for the Phillies came on April the 30th. In fact, the last 2 of them came on April the 30th as they walked off both ends of their doubleheader against the Giants that day. Varland, another 0-2, and it's way outside. Fastball at 101. The windup and the 1-2. And that one a check swing. No swing, says the first base umpire. The count is even now, 2-2. Varland with a pitch on the way, and it's popped up. First base side, chasing into foul ground is Guerrero. Lucas coming over near the stands, and Lucas makes a basket catch with Guerrero right in his back pocket. Heck of a play by Lucas to keep the concentration with not only the stands coming up on him, but Guerrero as well. I mean, might have been more fortunate than anything else.
Really?
He's calling for it and not really looking at the ball going in the glove. But he got it. And it's up to Turner now to save the Phillies from extra innings. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up. First base side, foul territory. Guerrero in front of the camera well, reaches out and makes the catch. Turner gone on 1 pitch. And the Phillies go 1-2-3 in the 9th. And once again, we're headed to extras here at Citizens Bank Park. After 9, it's a 4-4 game.
The Working Families of La Una Labor District Council of Pennsylvania, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
because you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second. No, this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it like give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York,
and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
At 6:40 and Wednesday, August 19th at 6:05.
Way back there. Gone.
Snag tickets now at Phillies.com.
Going to the 10th inning, and a young lady in the first row being shown on Fanavision. She's been practicing her juggling, and she's now starting to do some tricks. And she was just sitting in her chair juggling. They started showing her on Fanavision, and then she decided to stand up and up the ante a little bit. Nice performance.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to the 10th inning, and Vlad Jr. will lead off, and a new pitcher, Chase Sugar, is on in relief for the Phillies. First pitch to Guerrero is down and away, ball one. 4-4 game. Brett Bateman is the free runner out there at second base. Guerrero has driven in 2 runs tonight. Been on base 3 times. Sugar with a 1-0, and that is taken, and that is on the outside corner at the knees, but no challenge by Garrett Stubbs. And 2-0 on the way. And that one, he's going to challenge. And
The pitch
Brendan
was called
Miller
the ball, and the catcher is challenging.
keeps missing
Man,
those 2 down low, and that is going to get overturned.
Pitch is a strike. Philadelphia retains 1 challenge.
So 2-1. He needed that. Springer to follow, then Clement. Heart of the order. The 2-1 pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Charging Turner. He gloves it. Looks at the runner. Plenty of time to throw to first. And so Guerrero unable to get the job done.
big out right there. Keeping that runner at second.
Springer, who was in the starting lineup, then was a late scratch because of a sore shoulder, and then came on in the 8th inning after Kirk had worked a walk as a pinch hitter. Springer pinch ran for him. And now Springer, they're not going to have him swing the bat as they'll pull him back, and it's going to be Davis Schneider. So the South Jersey native, Davis Schneider, will bat here in the 10th inning. He's hitting 144. Big league level this year. The pitch. And that is in for a strike, and it's going to be challenged by Schneider, pardon me. And I think he'll get an overturn. It seems like Brendan Miller is breaking down a little bit here.
Toronto retains.
Like me on the back nine with Gus the other day.
Just let the thing call all the pitches at this point when you miss that many.
Here's the 1-0. Schneider, 3 homers, 12 driven in 134 plate appearances. The 1-0. And that pitch is inside. 2-0. 4-4, 10th inning. The 2-0. And that's in there for a called strike. Two and one on Schneider. Clement, tough hitter, waits on deck. The pitch, and that's down low. It's 3-1. Schneider is hitting 144. You got to go after it. 3-1. And that one misses. And it's ball 4. So there are 2 on, and now Clement.
I don't know, does he have more confidence in his cutter than his fastball, I guess? Another walk.
The pitch, swing and a miss. Well, now obviously double play ball would be preferred. Clement, 27 doubles. Tonight he's 1 for 4 with a single back in the second inning. The pitch is way outside. We mentioned those last 2 walk-off wins for the Phillies. Both came in that doubleheader against the Giants. Remember, it was Chase Sugart who won both of those games.
Right.
1 ball, 1 strike. Now look at second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hooked down the left field line, and it is a foul ball. Boy, that sweeper really hanging out there, and Clement just a little early on it.
Yeah.
Thankfully so.
12 pitches, 5 strikes.
Remember, on Wednesday when the Phillies were in extras, it was walks that really did them in. Wasn't so much the hits. Sugart ready. And the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, little nubber towards first. Bohm over to Pickett, and he flips it back to Sugart. It's in and out of his glove. Everybody's going to be safe. And the Phillies twice tonight have flubbed the play between the pitcher and the first baseman. Earlier it was Nola and Schwarber. Here, Bohm and Sugart unable to get an out.
All Bohm has to do is pick it up and just turn and flip it to him.
And Bohm was looking at the other bases at that point. I'm not sure if he thought Clement was already going to be safe or what.
He should be able to see Clement right in front of him.
And so Bohm, who made a great play at first base to end the 9th inning, even if Sugart catches it. Well, even if he catches it, I think Clement's still going to be safe.
Well, part of it's because Bohm was looking in instead of just getting it and turning and flipping it to him.
It's as if he was trying to get an out somewhere else instead of just getting the second out on Clement. And so a poor decision costing the Phillies there. The scoring decision is it's a base hit. Obviously, that's a play that's got to be turned into an out. So the Phillies, of course, made sweeping changes with their defense this week.
And it's showing. Not that the defense was good before, but.
Well, Andres Jimenez, the guy who tied this game up in the 8th, now has a chance to untie it. The pitch. And he takes outside ball 1. The bases are loaded with 1 out. The Phillies play at double play depth. Jimenez on an 0-2 pitch that got a ton of the strike zone from Jose Alvarado. He doubled home 2 runs in the 8th. The 1-0. And this one is in the dirt. What a stop by Stubbs. The 2 runs he drove in had both been put aboard with free passes by Alvarado. There's a free runner, a walk, and basically a no play free base runner. 3 free base runners. The 2-0. And it's swung on line towards right. De La Cruz coming over in the gap. Makes the catch. The runner tags. He's coming home. The throw is not in time. And Bateman will score with a head-first slide. Pretty good throw there by De La Cruz, but just not enough on it. And Bateman, who runs well, scores, and the Jays have a 5-4 lead.
And the inning would be over if they make the play at first.
No doubt about it. And Jimenez picks up his 3rd RBI. I mean, De La Cruz, maybe a little quicker release. I don't know, but this game turned on the fact that you walk a 144 hitter and can't get the out on Clement on a grounder to first.
And
Here's Valenzuela, and the pitch is up and away. Now the Phillies have the middle of their order coming up. Harper, Arise, and Stott, and they need to buckle down and keep it at 1. You're going to have the free runner out there at second base as well. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sugared comes set and deals, and the pitch is down and in. 2-1. 19 pitches, 11 balls, 8 strikes. Sugar throws the baseball aside. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, foul, out of play left side. Valenzuela, 2 strikeouts, a walk, and a foul pop out here tonight. Turner shades up the middle. Schneider, the runner at second base. Jays leading 5-4, the 2-2 pitch. And that one is at the top of the zone, and Stubbs is going to challenge it. And I think he's going to get it overturned. And Brennan Miller just keeps getting overturned. He is not having a great night. Strikeout.
Philadelphia retains.
A run in on an infield hit. And we're going to the bottom of the 10th. Jays 5, the Phillies 4.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years?
Oh, baby. Michael Busch lays out of the backhand.
Oh, what a grab by Goldschmidt.
Jumps into the netting. Made the catch. Riley diving stop to his feet. And the scoop on the other end.
He spins, he fires, and he got him.
All in one motion. Spins quickly to his feet.
That's about as good as it gets.
He dives. He makes the catch. He doubles. He hangs on to it.
Gobbled up at short.
Oh, it must be the big leagues.
Put a star next to that one.
Oh, what a play at short. Colson Montgomery
pops to his feet and throws in time. What a play.
Falling down, and he gets to first base in time.
Gloves comes to his feet, throws to first in time. Spectacular defense.
Outstanding play by Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Put another line on his Gold Glove resume. Nice play by Xander Bogaerts. The sliding pick and a perfect throw.
Hard and short with a leap. Durbin dives, backhanded by Monasterio, leaps and throws to first. That is spectacular.
Presented by Jim Beam on Tuesday, August 18th after the Phils take on the Marlins at 6:40. Snag field passes and tickets today at Phillies.com.
Last chance time for the Phils here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Phillies trying to avoid their 6th straight loss in a 1-run game. Trey Turner, the free runner, out at second. Louis Varland returns to the mound for his 2nd inning of work. Harper, the batter, the pitch swung on, fouled away, third base side. As he goes after the first offering, a breaking ball from Varland. 5-4 Jays. Jays looking to win the series after taking last night's game as well. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Harper fouls it off. Phillies have gone 540 games without a walk-off home run. It's Kyle Schwarber did it back in 2024. Been even longer since they had a walk-off when trailing. 0-2 on Harper. Varland delivers in the pitch. Swung on, grounded right side. That'll get the runner moved over. And Harper grounds out for out number 1. Well, here comes Luis Arise, and Jay's going to play the infield end. So you got a chance here with Arise, who's been one of the best in his career with runners in scoring position. He's got room to work with that infield end. First pitch from Varland. It's inside. It almost hit him. Almost clipped him on the shoulder. Arise has never faced the right-hander Varland. The pitch. And it's in the dirt. Blocked by Valenzuela. Got a good hitter, good speed. Outfield shaded the other way. Bateman shallow and in left center. Varland, the 2-0. Arise swings, slides it towards left center field, up the alley. Bateman is over there. He'll make the catch, but Turner will tag and he will score. An execution by the Phillies. They deliver the tying run in the bottom of the 10th. They get their free runner home, and it's a 5-5 game.
All right, well, doing what they needed to do, and Harper gets that runner over to third, less than 2 outs. It's drawn up.
Well, Varland, who obviously is a big strikeout pitcher, but you get 2 non-strikeouts there, and that gets the game tied up. Now it's Stott. And Varland's pitch to Stott is in there for a strike. Phillies, I don't know that they've really got anybody else to come into the game. It's going to be Sugart again in the 11th. There's the windup by Varland in the 0-1. Swing and a miss. I don't know whether or not Meza is available. He and Killian are the last 2 on the card out there.
Well, the Phils still have Real Muto, and they can throw Stubbs on the mound.
This is true. 0-2 pitch on the way, and that's outside. And maybe they'll head that way. Who knows? 1-2 pitch to Stott. Breaking ball down in the dirt. 2-2 the count.
Now, since Luzardo went 8 innings, the Phil starters have gone 4, 5, 5 1/3. Bullpen has been used heavily.
Varland ready. The 2-2 pitch way outside. It's 3-2. They just started to get up Lazaro Estrada, who threw 27 pitches yesterday for the Jays. Stott trying to get aboard. Here with 2 outs, tie game. Bottom of the 10th. Here's the pitch. And it's outside. Ball 4. Stott is on base for the 3rd time tonight.
You wonder how many pitches are going to go with Varland. It's 25 now.
Pete Walker, the pitching coach, coming out. Well, if you're the Phillies, do you get extra aggressive and try to win it right here? Do you play a longer game? I mean, obviously you got Stott, who's a good base stealer.
And if they do it, I don't know if they put on Marsh to face Crawford, perhaps.
As much as anything, that might just be, I mean, you'd be going after a hotter hitter in Crawford, but you'd have more options in terms of where to throw the baseball if you had an infield grounder or something like that.
But make him throw you a strike. Look for a pitch that you want. If it's not there, it's okay to be behind an account 0-1.
Marsh, who drove in a run in the 6th inning with a sacrifice fly, takes the first pitch. It's a strike. Perfect pitch down and away at the knees. And not a pitch he needs to swing at there. 0-1 the count. Stott leads at first. Varland kicks. The runner goes. The pitch is in the dirt. Bounds all the way over the screen behind home plate. And they're going to stop Bryson Stott at second base as that ball hit in the dirt and bounded up all the way over the backstop. If Stott were to get to second before the ball went out of play, he would be given third. As it is, he's in scoring position. The 1-1 is down low, and it's 2-1. And the Phillies with a chance.
Well, when does it become out of play? When it hits in the stands or when it crosses an invisible line above the net?
2-1 the count. Varland ready at the letters. He kicks the pitch. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. And it's 2-2.
Doesn't matter what that pitch is. It's down and away below the knees. Is that what you're looking for?
2 balls, 2 strikes. 30th pitch from Louis Varland in his second inning of work. The 2-2. Fouled back. Came back with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Again, they play Marsh to hit the other way with Bateman over in left center. Straw towards the line and allowed. Right fielder Lucas is straight away. Big gap right center. Any ball to the outfield, you'd figure Stott. A good bet to score. Varland is ready. He checks the pitch, and it's down low. And he takes, lays off a curveball, and the count goes full. Varland ready at the letters. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a line drive left field. Straw is right there. He'll make the catch. And the side is retired. Phillies get a run home without the benefit of a hit. We'll leave a man in scoring position. We're going to the 11th. It's a 5-5 game.
In Philly, we don't take innings off, and neither should your business.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Wawa Kyle Schwarber bobble figurine on Friday, August 21st when the Phils take the Cardinals at 6:40. Visit Phillies.com for tickets now.
Well, we go to the 11th now. It's 5-5. And Sugar's first pitch to Okamoto is called a ball, and we're going to get another challenge. And I think Garrett Stubbs is going to get this overturned, and that'll be 8 overturned calls by the plate umpire tonight.
Pitch is a strike. Philadelphia retains.
There have been 10 challenges, 8 of them overturned.
I think at 10 you just go to the automatic strike ball caller. Just go to ABS period.
Valenzuela, the free runner at second. And Okamoto waits. Sugart with a pitch. Swing. And a foul tip hung on to by Stubbs. 5 runs, 9 hits for both sides. Sugart, the 0-2. That's outside. Sugart into his second inning of work after throwing 19 pitches in an inning last night. One and two. Here's the pitch. And that one is up and away for a ball. 2-2. "25 pitches so far for Sugart.
13 balls, 12 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Sugart with a pitch. Swing and a foul. Reaching for it. Fouled it off. Is Okamoto, who did not start the game. Pinch hit in the 7th inning. He's 0 for 2. He struck out against Jonathan Bolden. Grounded out against Joan Duran. Sugart ready. And the pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air. Right field. It's not very deep. De La Cruz coming in and over into the gap. He will make the catch. No chance for Valenzuela to tag. And so there's one away. That'll bring up the left fielder, Miles Straw. Straw 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. This 11th inning is where it all went wrong for the Phillies on Wednesday night. Their last extra inning affair. The pitch. And that is up high for a ball. Phillies ended up allowing 6 runs in the 11th after the two teams traded runs in the 10th. So 1-0. And there's a strike called. There you go. One ball, 1 strike. Sugart kicks the pitch. Ground ball hit towards first. Bohm's got it. Takes it himself. Down to third. Goes the runner Valenzuela. And that will bring up Nathan Lucas. And he'll try to put the Jays back in front.
I'm not so sure I would pitch to him right here.
You've got the rookie Bateman on deck. He is hitless tonight, 0 for 5. We'll see how Sugart approaches him here. He starts by disengaging. He steps out. Outfielders are straight up. Marsh in left, Crawford in center, De La Cruz in right. Here's the pitch. And that is a strike called. Starts him with a cutter. And it's 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count. Sugart kicks the pitch. And that one missed inside. Ran that four-seamer.
97.
Yeah. Sugart, who pretty well tells the manager he's good to go any day of the week. The 1-1. And that's down low. He won both ends of a doubleheader earlier this season. Both of them walk-off victories. One of them in the 10th. Phillies have only 3 walk-off wins this season. One April 1st, 2 of them on April 30th. The 2-1 pitch. And that one's in for a strike. And that'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, four-seamer 96, 97, a sinker at 94, his cutter at 92.
Lucas waits. Sugart ready. The 2-2 pitch. And it's very high. Full count. Sugar shakes once. Bateman waits on deck. Lucas ready, and now time called. And plate umpire pointing at Lucas there. He calls time. So he's back in the box. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff. Swung on, hit in the air, right center field. It's up the alley. De La Cruz going back to the wall. It's gone. Into the second row, up the alley in right center field. Lucas with his 6th home run of the season. And Toronto now with a 7-5 lead here in the 11th.
I don't understand that at all. The sweeper.
Brett Bateman, the batter. You'd like to see fastball cutter, maybe?
Yeah.
Here's a swing and a check swing by Bateman.
I don't know if he's throwing a sweeper this inning. And he's throwing hard sinkers, 4-seamers. He's not doing anything with them. The speed is bad up.
The pitch is outside. Sugar has now allowed 9 homers in 38 innings. One and a swing and a pop in the air to center. Crawford coming in. He's under it. He makes the catch. Sides retired, but the damage done. Nathan Lucas with a 2-run home run to put Toronto back in front. We'll go to the bottom of the 11th. It's 7-5, Jays.
Hey Chicago, what do you say? Let's take a road trip to Wrigley Field today. Home of the Chicago Cubs since 1916, Wrigley Field is the 2nd oldest ballpark in the majors, just behind Boston's Fenway Park. Hop off the L in the heart of Wrigleyville and take in the unique buzz of the neighborhood. On the corner of Clark and Addison, the iconic red marquee sign welcomes fans into the friendly confines. Once inside, direct your attention to the manually operated scoreboard that sits 60 feet above center field. Lush green ivy covers the brick outfield walls, and just beyond the bleachers, Wrigley rooftops provide an unrivaled view of the game. When at Wrigley, you have to get a Chicago dog, with everything, of course. The chicken tinga torta or chicken and churros are great options too. Find your seat in the bleachers and embrace the rowdiness. Sing along to Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And don't forget to root for the Cubbies. Wrigley Field, an unforgettable experience.
Health. Spend the afternoon with Phillies legends for Toyota Phillies Alumni Day on Sunday, August 9th at 1:35 when the Phils take on the Blue Jays. Grab tickets now at Phillies.com.
Well, we're going to the bottom of the 11th, and again the Phillies down in this one. The 2nd straight inning. As the Jays scored twice in the top half, the Phillies need a big answer. Justin Crawford, the batter, and Lazaro Estrada is out of the bullpen for Toronto. Brandon Marsh, the runner at second base. And the first pitch to Crawford is a breaking ball up and away, ball 1. And this not just about executing and getting runners over. This Phillies need to get to work here against Estrada, who threw 27 pitches in an inning and a third last night. Lazaro, the 1-0, and a breaking ball popped up into shallow left center field. And Jimenez will make the catch. A 1-0 breaking ball. One away. De La Cruz hitless tonight, 0 for 4. Edmundo Sosa has moved to the on-deck circle to bat for Garrett Stubbs. The first pitch to De La Cruz is in the dirt. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Estrada 1-0 with a 4.22 ERA in his 5 big league appearances. Here's the 1-0. And De La Cruz takes up high. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. It's kind of what you would have hoped Crawford did, and we were sort of applauding some of his at-bats lately.
Yeah.
And maybe a little over-anxious there. 2-0. And he goes after it and fouls it off. 2-0 curveball. Lazaro Estrada from Cuba, not overpowering it. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. There's a lot of sliders and curveballs. Has a split. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. There's a slider.
That was a hanger right in the middle.
Seven to 5 Jays here in the 11th. Estrada is ready. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Strike 3 called. Outside corner. Got him looking. And Sosa will be the last hope for the Phils. Here in what is pushing 4 hours of baseball tonight. All of a sudden we are back into our pre-pitch clock days. And Pete Walker is coming out to talk about Sosa. Sosa 3 for 9 as a pinch hitter this season with no home runs. He's got 5 home runs overall and a .211 batting average, but he's scuffled for a while.